I hope that people learn from this, that if you need help, get some help, and be aware of your surroundings at all times.
That's what we got recently from UNM police when we asked about campus safety in light of this deadly shooting. But we have many more questions, including what are university leaders learning from this tragedy? I mean, it's our second deadly shooting on the UNM campus involving a dorm in 3 years, not to mention all the violence we have seen over the years at Lobo Village, which is off-campus student housing. So we took our questions about student safety to university leaders just yesterday, and we didn't get very far. So Cassie Foote tried again today. So let's bring her into this conversation because Cassie, still not a lot of clarity, but not for the lack of trying.
No, and we hear that student safety is a top priority from university officials all the time. There are cameras everywhere on campus, even in the hallways at the dorms. And UNM police say they have dorm security and the resident advisors keep an eye on things. But these are the questions we think we should be able to get answered after last week's deadly shooting. First, what security measures are in place for people entering student housing? Are there extra security measures for visitors? What changes did the university implement at dorms or dorm-adjacent facilities after a UNM student was shot and killed on campus in 2022? And were those policies enacted at the time of this recent shooting? So let's go back to 2022. Brandon Travis was the UNM student shot and killed outside a dorm by former New Mexico State basketball player Mike Peake. It happened after the two men got into a fight in the dorm parking lot. Peake was not charged. It was determined that he acted in self-defense. So I called and emailed the university's communications team just asking for 10 minutes to sit down with President Garnet Stokes this afternoon. She sent a statement out after the shooting, but we haven't heard directly from her yet. I told them I thought it would be beneficial for our viewers to hear from her, especially given that this is the second deadly shooting on UNM's campus in recent years. The spokesperson emailed me back and said President Stokes was not available, and I haven't heard back yet on when she will be.
I know you also reached out to the department that oversees student housing. So did we get anything from them?
No. So I emailed and called Megan Shabanga. She's the director of residence life and student housing. She did not call or email me back. However, we did go to campus today to see what the situation was with student housing. We went to dorms and the students' apartments, including the Casas del Rio complex where Michael Lamont was killed last week. All the doors were locked. You either needed a key or an ID to scan in. There were also signs posted with the number for the RA on call. But there wasn't a check-in area or a front desk when you entered those buildings with anyone looking over the doors that I could see, at least from the outside. Something else I found when looking for answers about student safety was a brochure on UNM's website about developing a safety plan for campus emergencies. So it talks about lockdown situations, classroom, office, and dorm safety. And part of those dorm safety tips include confronting unfamiliar visitors to ask who they're visiting and then call police if anything seems suspicious.
Yeah, we're going to continue to ask for interviews because statements that they just don't cut it in situations, plain and simple. Cassie, thanks so much. As this case unfolds, we're going to continue to bring you answers in our newscasts and at KOB.com. That's where you can find even more of our coverage so far, including statements from the families involved, along with UNM, and what else we've uncovered about the suspect.